All right, should we get started? I think, let's see, we have 13 people here now. We have the photos going. Hey, Kenny. Sorry for that incredible delay. Welcome to the welcome to the live stream. Finally, I'm Mom Taku.
And I'm Luna. Yeah, welcome to our very first live stream event, where we will be discussing the final SnK exhibit. If you're not listening to this as a live stream but as a podcast, you might want to check out our other regular YouTube channel where we'll be displaying the pictures and the videos of the event.
So Attack on Titan is turning 10 years old in September, and it really does feel like Japan is going all out to celebrate the series' conclusion and everything it's accomplished. In addition to the various cafe events that are a regular part of Japanese culture, Universal Studios Japan has had a giant Attack on Titan live event that both of our guests have attended, and more importantly, the Final Manga Exhibit is now on display at the Mori Art Museum in Roppongi. And for those of us who can't attend, we have Attack on Mom Life, also known as Coffee, and also my friend Emika50. They both have joined us to talk about their experiences at the event. I know Coffee has attended it twice already, most recently today. It's after midnight for both of them, so we really appreciate them joining us. But I'd like to start out with my friend Darling Poppet, better known as Emika50 on Twitter.
Hello.
Hi.
Now,
welcome.
You've been a longtime fan of the series. I think you joined. I know when I joined in 2014, you were already translating and reporting on SnK. So you've been here forever. I appreciate you joining us very much. But mostly, I want to know, as a longtime fan of the series, what were your initial impressions of the event?
I think ultimately it just kind of reminded me why I got into the series in the first place, and seeing all the panels up close, it evoked a lot of memories for me. As you said, yeah, I've been around since 2014. I started reading the manga maybe at the end of 2013, around there, after the first season of the anime ended. So it's been a while, but just kind of remembering first reading it and kind of everything that's happened since then. I also went to the first exhibition that was at the end of 2014.
Wow.
Yeah, and at that time they had, it was like the secret room for that event was a little sketch of Zeke. So it was like the first time we had ever seen Zeke. And I think at that point in the manga, it was like during the Uprising arc. So we had, no idea who the Beast Titan was or anything like that. Like it was, a ways off. So it was, we were able to see it and it was like, oh, who is he? Who is this guy? And, it had like Erwin's quote, who do you think the enemy is? And it was saying, this person is, the key to the series and everything. And so there was lots of, mystery surrounding it. And so much has happened since then. So it was really interesting.
Now recording.
That, sorry about that.
I want to record this.
Okay.
That was Craigbot for everyone who was like, what was that creepy thing?
I know, it threw me off. No, but it's okay. But I was going to say, this event now, the whole secret room is, the last chapter audio, and there's all this fanfare around the ending of the series. So it just kind of made me think, wow, it's been, 5 years since that first exhibition, and everything's changed so much, in the series and everything. So that was pretty impressive to me. I was also thinking, I went on the preview day, same as Coffee did, and, there are a lot of people there, like people I've known, I've been to events too over the last 5 years, and it just kind of impressed me, how much, how much clout this series has in Japan, and just thinking about Isayama, he was an art amateur when he started out, and all this exists because, to me, it seemed to me like there's something special about him and in his mind and the story and everything. So that was just kind of what I felt when I went there, that, I respect him in this series so much because it seems to have captured everyone's imaginations the way it has. So.
Now, we're watching on the screen some of the storyboard in his original sketches. Did you see a huge progression in the art style as you were viewing those? Are they in chronological order? How are those storyboards being displayed?
They're all random. They're all just kind of like, on top of each other and all over the place. So it's one of those things where you just kind of look at the wall and you see something different. I was saying on my Twitter, like, one thing I noticed that was kind of funny, especially like the early chapters, his storyboards are like way overly detailed. Like, he's very carefully drawing every character's like hair and their faces and their expressions and everything. And I was thinking, maybe that's just like a trait of being an amateur artist, that, you spend way too much time on the storyboards and, you should be spending your time on the final product. But you can see, like, once, he kind of got more into his element, it seemed like with later chapters, they were a lot more sketchy. And then, you can still tell what panel it is, but it seemed like he streamlined his process a lot better as time went on.
Yeah, I would guess 10 years, he'd become a professional at this point.
Yeah.
So what about you, Coffee? Now, you've been a fan of the series for just over a year or less than a year.
Very short amount of time.
An extremely short amount of time. But you have been like gangbusters attending all the events that are happening. I mean, it seems like you're at a new event every single week. And you're also
had a good time.
Yeah, no kidding. You also are a regular at the Mori Art Museum anyway. You're the kind of person that attends a lot of events just in general. What were your initial impressions of this one? Anything really stood out to you?
Well, I think compared to other like different comics, like they had the Sailor Moon event a few years ago, and they have had like the Jump event. Had like the Jump event more recently that was split into different years. The way that this exhibit was really interesting because it's not just displaying like a chronological order, and it's not just displaying like, here are the merchandise and here are like the like, let's say the art of the artist, or like the sketches, or like, let's say the TV storyboarding. It's really interesting because it's asking you think a little, and it's kind of like telling a story. So the moment you walk in, it asks you to make a choice. You have to choose what direction you're going to go in. Which, are you inside the walls? Are you outside the walls? And then throughout the exhibit, it wants you to think about two sides are coming from, and it's interesting because even the audio room, the audio is the same audio, but it seems like it's from two different perspectives. So they say it's different audio. Like when we went in the first day, they didn't tell us today, but they said that the audio is different from the two speakers. And it seems like it's either the same or very similar, but from maybe two different perspectives, maybe from the sky and then from like the earth or the ocean level. So it's kind of giving you these two different perspectives of the same story throughout the exhibit, and kind of asking you to consider or think about it, which I thought was a really interesting choice. For this, I haven't seen that done in other exhibits.
So on our live stream, King's Grave just made the comment that the exhibit almost seems to sound like you're viewing history of the series through paths.
Oh, that's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and I like that you had to make a choice to which route you were going to take. You weren't allowed to take both.
Yeah, I haven't seen the outside of the wall side yet.
Coffee, you have done both, yeah?
I did.
Yeah, because you went back today to do outside the walls, right?
Right.
Yeah, and those are actually the pictures you're seeing now. These are all from outside the walls. So it's a lot of Reiner and Beast Titan.
you're seeing like the perspective of the people like outside versus inside, right? Because it's the same as like what they did recently, where they had the like young, like little baby, not baby Eren, but young kid Eren and young kid Reiner, and they're kind of like living their lives at the same time, but they're living very, very different lives in the same story, right? And that's kind of like the idea.
Well, they also said it was supposed to be like immersive, so like you yourself are in this world. They were saying, you're born inside the walls or outside the walls, so it's like you're actually part of the world and you're seeing it as someone who exists in this world. So I thought that was cool too.
It really is. It's such an interesting idea.
Yeah.
One of my chat friends, Spiffy the Alien, said, "Wouldn't it thematically be more appropriate to be assigned inside or outside at random for the event?"
Oh,
a total accident of birth, where you ended up in this.
I guess it would be, but I guess people who are paying to see their favorite characters as well, so you have to keep that in mind.
Although
so
I will
with
say
the
it was
event,
hard to pick.
But you can occasionally see through to the other side. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But you can't actually get there.
I mean, like those initial paths, they're kind of short, so I feel like you're not missing too much. But yeah, you would have to go again if you wanted to see like every single picture that they have.
Agreed. I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding that it's like this big divergence, and if you don't go, you're missing out on so much, and you're not.
Yeah.
It's a very tiny. It's like
the introduction.
It's like very small. So like if you like, let's say you're visiting and you have only one choice, don't worry, you're not missing that much. When you get the peak, you can see a lot of it from that little peek through the wall, so you're okay.
Yeah, I would say, like, if you're going in, like, if you want to go outside the wall, if you're more of a Warrior fan, you kind of get some, like, childhood Warrior pictures. Mm-hmm. And then if you're, like, an Eren Mikasa Armin fan, or even an Erwin fan, because they have, the classroom pictures also in that area, in the inside of the wall path. So it kind of depends on, like, who your favorites are, and, maybe you get a little extra of them. So if anybody came, that would be my advice.
In the chat, Spiffy the Alien just commented, "The event is cruel, just like the world." And Winged Wolfheart mentioned that this way you can't make a choice with no regret. So yeah, so the image now of so as an Erwin fan, I would definitely be doing the inside the walls route, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Emika, you're fluent in. I know the event has both English and Japanese for a lot of the main features, but the actual storyboards and things like that, I guess those are more in their original language. Were there any huge surprises there as far as like? I mean, you can see editor comments. What are those? Looks like some of these more rough drafts. What was that like, seeing like where the story could have gone, or some of the changes that were made, or any surprises there?
Yeah, that was really cool. Like I could stay in that room all day and just stare at everything. But yeah, I thought it was interesting because I mean, some things were the same, but there were also some pages that had like small changes, or yeah, there was even some like where the scenes were completely different. Like I kind of outlined a couple on my Twitter, so if anybody visits my Twitter, you can find my thread about it. But like, for example, in chapter 80, it's the page where Levi tells Erwin that he's gonna make the choice for him, and tell him to go die and everything. And in the final page, you just see Erwin's expression and there's no dialogue. And then in the storyboard, there's actually one added piece of dialogue, and he says, "I'm counting on you." So I thought that was interesting because, in the final story, you don't know what Erwin's reaction or what his response is until chapter 84. So I think it was good that they took that out because it might have, lessened the impact of his response in chapter 84. Just things like that where it's like, the narrative or, the narrative impact might have been shifted somewhat if they left this in or if they did it this way. So, but I mean, a lot of things were the same, but just, sketchier versions of it. And you kind of have to imagine and remember what the final product looks like.
So it would be interesting to go in there with your actual manga and
hair. Or just take
Just see
pictures
all
of
the
everything and then go home and like pour through your manga and be like,
Yeah.
oh, here it is, and it'll be a fun game.
That would be a long post to make, like compare all the differences and
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot. It would take a long time.
which ones were the most striking aside from the one you just mentioned with Levi and Irwin?
Trying to think. I'm gonna look at my pictures too. There's a lot of them. I mean, Coffee and I were talking earlier. Every day of the week, they give you like a special present, which is a print of one of the storyboards.
Oh,
And so
okay.
they've been giving away lots of, maybe the most famous scenes. Like I think Coffee today received chapter 69 where Levi says thank you to the kids after the
wow.
uprising arc. Let me think. I really like the one of I mean, the storyboard looks pretty much like the final thing, but I really like Mikasa when she finds the Titan inside the wall. Like, she just looks, you just see her eye and, her face looking, shocked or whatever. And then there's like the little picture of her, and then there's like the big Titan there. That looks really cool. It's just things like that. It's like sketchier versions of big impactful scenes that you remember and you think, oh, this is how he thought of it originally, or this is how he planned it. So that was cool.
So the storyboards, I was watching the video. I know there's a video presentation. In addition to like walking through the storyboards, there's an artifacts room. Is that correct? A video presentation, and then the final audio room. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. In the video, he mentioned wanting to have all of the storyboards buried with him. I was just curious, are they just pieces of paper or are they boards? I mean, what exactly is the construction of these things?
I don't know. Do you know, Coffee? I assume they're just pieces of paper, but
Yeah, either.
I mean, when you look at the pictures, it looks like, pieces of paper, but yeah. Because, like, it's all, like, I think if you look closely, you can kind of tell it's all drawn in pencil. So, something that's easy to draw with pencil.
And the things that are actually framed, those are just high quality prints of the final product?
Right. I think those are the ones that, they take to print for the pages for the actual manga. So it's like you can see all the screen tone and the ink and all the marker and, white out. Some of them, like, they take like white out or like white tape or something and like fix mistakes and everything. So you can kind of see like little flaws and errors and stuff and how they cover it up and, make it so that when it gets scanned or whatever, it'll come out looking nice. But yeah, you can kind of see all the little flaws and stuff on the original pages, which is neat.
I am so jealous, guys. Like I can't even put into words how incredibly jealous I am. Like this is like the culmination of my 5 years of fandom, and I just am so appreciative that you all went and are sharing it with us. So, I don't know. Should we move into the Luna? Did we want to play the video of the Isayama interview or discuss that?
I can play it. Let me
I think
see.
it's 5 minutes? It's under the...
Yeah, I know where it is. I just...
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I'll ask in the chat if people can hear the audio, but it's subtitled, so it doesn't really matter.
You want to hear his beautiful voice?
Okay, good. I don't know how many people have seen this yet, but I thought it was incredibly interesting and also incredibly depressing what he talks about here.
I was just thinking about money.
I want to hurt everybody.
Has he gained weight? Is it my imagination?
No, he has.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks good. He's got his wedding band on.
Yeah, somebody was saying it's because he got married. He looks good now.
Yeah. His wife is dressing him better as well.
Making sure he gets 8 hours.
In the chat, Grimheim was saying that he looks so cute with a beanie. I kind of agree. He's styling. Okay, so I know in a second he's sitting in the chair and then he's sitting on the floor.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he's sitting on the floor on the end. So apparently paths moved him from one dimension to the next.
I still in the chair.
How long was this interview?
It's only 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, like when he was there being interviewed, like, was it going on so long where he's like, "Oh, this chair is uncomfortable. I gotta sit on the floor now."
This was the line here. I like betraying people and hurting them. It's not nice. I want that sculpture.
That was at the Tower Records Cafe too.
He wants to hurt us, you know?
And we like it.
It's kind of cool that he visits all the events his manga has. Is it normal?
Yeah,
do mangakas usually do that?
I would think so. I mean, probably for like promotional purposes and stuff.
Kenny just said, hell of a conversation starter at a house party. That is for sure. Here's my Titan eating fish statue. I know there's been a lot of discussion about this interview right now about the ending, whether or not he's still vacillating on how he's going to end the series, because I think this is where he starts to talk about it. No, it's not at this point, but it's it sounds as if he's still deciding how he wants to end the series. I don't know if that's like Japanese politeness, or you know how, I don't know the word for that, but do you guys believe he doesn't know how he wants to end the series yet?
Well, like, I remember there was the TV documentary last winter, and to me the impression was it's like he kind of knows in broad strokes what the ending is, but just exactly how he's going to execute it, he's not exactly sure. What do you think, Coffee?
I agree, and I think a part of it also, like you said, he has like his main idea, and it's just kind of like finalizing that idea. And I think another part of it is pace. Something changes. He said, like, both in the TV thing that aired and in the, I think maybe here, but also in the little newspaper article that came out, that if something changes, he's sorry. But I mean, so it's possible, right? The last panel could that he's had, right? This final this final chapter could change. And it's kind of like, but you see that all the time, right? Because if you don't say that, then people... So you see that even like, let's say like at theme parks, right? They'll overestimate the time by a little bit. This is the time, probably. If it's shorter, that's probably likely. But just in case, they'll like cover all their bases and say this is like the worst case scenario, or this might happen, even though it's probably not going to happen. He probably has the idea and he knows where he's going with it. But just in case, it could be different, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like a good attitude to have just as a storyteller too, because you don't want to be too rigid in your mapping out of the story. Otherwise, maybe it won't come out correctly, I guess. So,
for sure.
Maybe he's leaving room to kind of have it, the ending come to him organically. I figure that's what he's going for.
So in our chat, he said he didn't quite catch what Isayama said about Armin and Eren. Did one of you guys want to recap that?
Okay, so I've seen a lot of people, somewhere they posted the two answers to two different questions together. I think that might be where there's some confusion. The thing with Armin and Eren was, I think the question was, what character do you associate more with? That is closer to yourself.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And he used to think it was Armin, but now it's Eren.
Right.
Yeah, correct.
And
it's Eren. Why? Because he likes hurting people.
Well, he said that there was a dark side to him that makes him uncomfortable, and he kind of related that to Eren.
Yeah, there's something about him that he didn't want to see inside himself. But these days, he's able to acknowledge that side of him.
So,
the humble servant joined us, and he made a comment that I agree with. And you all live in Japan, you understand the culture. Said Isayama is so modest and humble, which only increases my love for this series, despite him being like Eren and constantly hurting us. That's always the impression I get too, that he's a very modest person.
who likes money?
That he's who likes money, of course. Well, he was working at an internet cafe. I mean, come on. But I do get that it's funny too, because there's like this duality of him where, he has this bizarre sense of humor that is like, kind of disturbing. But then, he's also then he's also so thoughtful and kind of shocked at which way his life has turned, or at least that's the impression that I get of him.
Yeah. I guess he grew up in the country and,
There was another comment while we were playing his interview, while we were talking about he was being married, or he got married. What was it? Was it Spiffy Alien? Let me go back.
While you're going back,
no, it was Wink Wolfhard. He said maybe he won't kill anybody now that he's taken care of. I guess you haven't read the latest chapter then. Whoops. Yeah, we all thought he'd be nicer, but no.
No.
I mean, I'm not too worried about what he said about enjoying hurting us, because this manga has been hurting me for 5 years. Like, I can't imagine he's going to make me hurt any worse than he has. Like, it's already been like absolute hell.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just,
it's like more already dead.
Point.
Yes.
Mine isn't, so he's
yours is suffering even more. No, trust me, it's worse when they're alive. Once they're dead, the pressure's off. It's when they're alive that it hurts.
Yeah.
So
I know.
So shall we go ahead and play the final audio?
Yeah, we can do that as well.
Okay. Because I think that's what people are most interested in. And of course, we're hearing it, through people picking it up on their phones or whatever, and it's not quite, quite the same as being there in person.
you're picking up different sounds. Like Coffee said, it's like depending on where you're standing in the room, you hear more sounds, closer, and other sounds further away. So it's like your perspective is different depending on where you are in the room.
Mika, I have a question.
Sure.
Oh, hold on. Pause the audio.
Okay, I will play it again. Again. Should I play it again, or do you guys?
Oh, okay, sorry. I wasn't sure if it was playing because I have it on mute. I have a question. When you were in the room and you were walking from one lamp to the other, because they have the sound, like it's kind of like marked by where these two lamps are, right? Where the speakers are.
Yeah.
Did you hear above, like people are saying there's like a tin 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 sound?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean like the sound that kind of sounded like metal clinking, like somebody was gearing up, or weapons loading, or...
Okay, yeah, because that's what I heard, but I didn't hear it as like a transition sound, so I wasn't sure if I was missing something, or... Yeah. Is that what it is?
Maybe. I mean, of course it could be anything, so that was just kind of my guess as to what it is, but...
Right. Okay, thank you.
Can I say one thing about the audio?
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed that this clip is only 1.5 minutes long. The whole thing is actually like 2 or 3 minutes long. So this one that's been going around is like only the last half of it or something. So you guys are all missing the beginning. I don't know if there's,
I have not been able to find a longer version.
I think
and
this is all we have. Yeah.
I think the 1 minute 5 second mark is where we hear the voice saying Aaron, that people have been... I'm not sure, though. It's very difficult to hear.
Yeah, I didn't hear it when I was there. Like, some other people were talking about it, and I was like, I didn't hear that. But, I mean,
So is this like the same quality as you hear it while you're there at the event? Or do you think this is kind of low quality and therefore kind of hard to make out what's happening?
I thought the quality was okay, but just... as we said before, just how loud certain sounds are, things like that, or it might be picking up, things that you could or couldn't hear if you're actually there, I think. Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and play it. Now, we won't be able to listen because unless we turn on our YouTube audio, but it's 1 minute, 26 seconds. Let's go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
I think it's at the 1 minute. Okay. I think it's at the 1 minute, 5 second mark where the voice happens.
Should we explain what happens before this part of the audio? Because I think Coffee already described it to us in private. So do you want to talk about what you heard at the very beginning of the final audio?
I don't remember.
Wasn't it like the ocean at the beginning?
Okay. I thought you said it was like fighting going on and screaming.
Some screaming, and there's like there's like an ocean sound at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was at the very beginning that I remember.
I could have sworn I heard, so there's like, it sounds like it could be fire, but I also feel like I hear like a dripping sound, or like I heard like a dripping sound today. It's really difficult because like it could really be anything, so you have to kind of like use your imagination.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's hard. It's really hard to say for sure.
I thought I heard fire too at one point, so I think that might be something.
Okay, well then let's just play what we have and let everyone else who is listening have a piece. Well. So let's see. Sam Ash asks, is that Eren from Armin? If so, does that mean we'll see Eren versus Armin as our last battle?
Maybe.
I mean, he doesn't sound like he does. I feel like he doesn't say it in like a or like something that you would say, like in the voice you would say if you were fighting someone.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it sounds like concern or worry or like don't do something like that.
Yeah, it could be
Do you think-
something like that. I don't think it sounds like fighting. It sounds indeed more like concern. And if you want to re-listen to it, to the audio, it's around the 105 mark where you hear someone scream, and it definitely sounds like Armin, but it's really hard to make out what he says, I think. But apparently it's Eren, according to you guys, right?
Yeah, I think so. And another kind of interesting thing.
I'm ignoring
didn't
Kenny's
hear it
comment.
when I-
If you want to read Kenny's comment, you can.
Oh my god. But like another interesting thing, and Emika, I want to ask you too if you kind of felt the same way.
Uh-huh.
The audio kind of has like in moments like a fading sound.
Fading like how?
Like the sound kind of like as it's progressing, so it's not like that the audio is ending, but as it's progressing, there's moments where the audio kind of like fades a little. It's not as strong, and it kind of like
scene
sounds
transitions or something.
maybe something like that. It was kind of really interesting, and I wonder if the audio is not something happening in real time, but it's either memories or something that it's not real time. It's maybe something else.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Yeah, it could be. But yeah, it did seem like there were phases to the audio. It's like kind of, in this part, you hear the ocean, and then in this part you hear screaming and fire, and then in this part you hear, like maybe, some airship or something, and then you hear, people gearing up and the, the maneuvering gear, the swooshing noises. So it's like different things are happening at different times, and yeah, that's an interesting thought. It could be different scenes or different moments in time or something like that.
I don't know if you guys can see the chat. Are you all looking at the YouTube chat or no?
I am.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not reading it, but
All right.
sorry.
JSK 2003 says the rumbling sounds like it starts to synchronize in the middle and towards the end, like a different tempo of Titans walking and aligning their steps. And Wing Wolfheart said, or maybe like that moment in the anime where Eren's eaten for the first time. Like something very large is walking above you.
Yeah, I didn't really get that feeling. I kind of agree with Humble Servant and also Smoldering Fern. Like, it sounds like a train. And they did, just made sure that there could be a train at parties. We saw the 104th latest train track, so I don't know where it's going or what the purpose is. But it does sound like a train to me, yeah.
So the part that the Western audience, the audio that we've not heard yet, is just more of the same, or it's more screaming? Is it? I mean, how would you all characterize it?
It's like a word, like Emika said earlier. There's like a whirring, like an almost like an airship kind of sound.
Okay.
Like from what I remember, the beginning was like kind of the crashing wave sound, and then there's like a chunk of it that I don't remember. Like I can't remember exactly what happened, and then was the screaming and the fire, and I think that's where this audio comes in, is when that scene is happening. So I think it's not a whole ton that you're missing out on. It's like I said, just the crashing waves mostly, I thought, but yeah. Coffee went there today, so she might be able to remember better than me.
Like, I really feel that it's like the perspective of like something in the sky and then something on the ground or water level. But the thing is, different people go and they hear different things because you kind of have to use your imagination. Like, some people in the chat are saying that they hear like the footsteps of like the rumbling. Some people say they hear a train, and it's really to me it's kind of interesting to hear what other people hear. Yeah, you know, because there's so much variation.
And plus our expectations too. Like, we think maybe this is going to happen, so we think we hear this happening. You know.
Well, that's something that somebody in the chat mentioned, that they're trying to understand how this audio could relate to the current battle, or if this is hinting at something new, or if it's just an extension. And something else in the chat, people have asked, is it possible that he's saying Reiner's name? 2 people thought they heard Reiner instead of Aaron.
I don't think it's Reiner.
You don't think it? Like, it didn't sound like
Reiner. I don't think it sounds like it, because Reiner to me has like a much stronger sound.
Yeah, in Japanese, like the R at the beginning of the word is pronounced differently than the R in the middle of a word, right? So you would hear a distinct difference?
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, I feel like it would sound like Reiner would be much clearer to hear. I think it's Reiner. I've heard some people say that they heard Annie. I don't hear at all.
That would be cool, though.
Would be kind of cool.
Like, finally, at the very end, she'll come out.
It's like, this is the audio version of the dress or something. Like,
right, yeah.
Here's something different.
Or was it?
Yeah, in the chat.
Or Lenny or Laurel or something?
Yanni Laurel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Yeah.
So, Emika, you said something on Twitter that you heard that this event has been in the planning for 2.5 years?
Something like that. Like, I remember Isayama's editor tweeted saying that they've been working on this for a long time, and this has, been something that they've been anticipating for a long time. So I'll have to go back and look up the actual tweet and see exactly what he said. But just in my recollection, it was something. This has been something that they've been working on for a while.
I mean, it sure looks like it. If that's the case, there's more hope that the exhibition will travel. Like you were saying, it probably will go to Osaka. Who knows if it would go elsewhere?
Yeah, it should. I mean, it's a really well done one, and they have the English, so it's already built in.
That's true. If they already have it in English, that's hopeful.
Yeah.
I strongly feel that it'll for sure come to at least LA because of the movie coming out as a promotion.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's any easier for me to travel to than Japan, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm excited for at least the anime next year.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't. I was really worried they wouldn't continue, or it would be a long time before another studio would continue. So to see that Wit is still continuing after such a great season, I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
Wing Wolfheart, finger crossed for it coming to Europe. We're never getting anything in Europe.
You got the concert!
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. But just one concert. Like in 10 years, one little tiny concert.
Well, the previous...
the first... Yeah, go ahead, Emika. You know this.
Yeah, it went to Italy at one point. So I can't remember where in Italy, but...
Oh, that's
cool. I mean, it was there.
It was there. Okay.
It was there.
Let's see. Oh, Grimheim, you're also going to the concert? I hope many people are going. There's still tickets available. I don't think any of the seats are sold out. So if you want to go in March next year, you can go. Is there any
What
other
concert is it exactly?
It's an orchestra, just like SnK Music.
Oh, cool.
So, and it will be in Leipzig, like in the east of Germany. No, I'm not German.
neat.
I'm Dutch. So, yeah.
I was going to say close enough, but that was going to...
You're lucky there's an ocean between us
Silence
right now.
American.
I know.
There are many people going, apparently, in the chat.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, looking forward. Maybe we can see you guys, or maybe I can see you guys there. So, yeah, finally
you
an
guys-
event I can go to.
Plan a meetup, plan like a big dinner afterward or something.
Should be fun. Yeah, you guys get to have all the fun, especially you, Coffee. Like, you go to every single event.
You know what's funny? That the same people go.
It's
every
true.
time.
It's true. You see the same
Yeah.
people all the time.
So you have a lot of new
Very
friends
interesting.
all into SnK?
I made some new friends. I made a friend with a girl who actually, she doesn't speak English, but she speaks German. So she wants to go to the concert.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it worked out for me too. It's like one of the girls I went to USJ with, she invited me to go to the exhibition again next week. So,
Cool.
yeah, you end up making friends and then you go to everything together.
I wonder if we should transition to the USJ event now and talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, and you both have attended that event as well?
Yeah.
So Universal Studios, I guess I have a question. The first SnK event at Universal Studios was what, 3 years ago?
Trying to remember now. That was 2015.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
But part of that was a permanent display, or was that immediately taken down? Like the Colossal Titan with the hand coming out. Is that part of a permanent? Is that, if I was to go to Universal Studio on a random time, would that be there?
I don't think
No.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
I
it is
wanted to
just
see it.
Oh, so that wasn't there this time? They didn't bring it back out?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's different every time.
okay. So this event was primarily the live event. Were there any other exhibits? I know there was the shopping, there was the live
There's-
event.
The Clonoids.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
looking
and the
at them right
Clonoids.
now.
Yeah.
So the live event was sort of a stage production with video?
It's
The Reel. That's what it's called, The Reel.
Yeah.
it's a show type attraction. What it is it's something that happens all around you in a theater setting. So if you've been to the Terminator attraction at Universal Studios, you have an idea of what it's like, where they incorporate like the 3D with live action and then special effects around the audience viewing area. So behind you, something will pop up, or there's smoke coming out, or lasers. So they use all these different effects to kind of like experience. So it's not just 3D. It's things happening all around you, and it's with live actors.
And I think you gave us a video of that. Is that one of the videos you gave us?
No, you're not allowed to take any video. And even in the pre-show area, you can't take photos.
Okay.
And you were there the very first day as well, right? When it opened.
I got on the night bus, which was a mistake. But
Yeah.
it wasn't a mistake because I could get there on time, which is what I wanted. But it's not comfortable. And then I met my family later that night, and we went to the hotel.
Who very, very smart and took the airplane.
They took the airplane, so they had a much more comfortable trip. But yeah, I was there the first day. The line for USJ is very, very doable. It's not bad at all. But the funny thing is that they have just started to incorporate bag checks, which they hadn't done in the past. And you would think that they would look at the experience of the theme parks overseas, the Universal Studios theme parks overseas, which do bag checks, or their neighboring rival Tokyo Disney Resort, which does bag checks, but they do it in the most inefficient way, which is right at the turnstiles. So instead of checking bags at like one point before people go into the queue area, they do it right at the turnstile. So it takes a bit of time. So even though the line is much shorter than, like, let's say Tokyo Disney Resort, it takes you, if you get there at opening, it'll take you a good maybe 40 to 50 minutes to get in. Yeah.
No. Jeez.
It takes time. So it's get there early.
Yeah.
And that one's running through September as well, or no?
The beginning of September or the end of August?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
It's only summer.
And in addition to the Attack on Titan event, USJ is also having a Hello Kitty and a Sailor Moon event at the same time?
No, not. I don't know if they. No, no Hello Kitty event.
No,
there's
it was Sailor Moon and what else?
Because it's like the Attack on Titan one is like part of this like cool Japan thing.
Yeah.
I think there's a Sailor Moon one, and I think maybe Hello Kitty one. I can't remember now. But there's also like an Evangelion one going on, and Shin
that was it. I
Godzilla.
knew there was some. Yeah.
So right now, for example, there was like a little bit of an overlap. So there was a Conan attraction, and there was a Lupin the Third attraction, and those are ended. And for the Cool Japan right now, they have Shingeki, Sailor Moon, and the Evangelion Godzilla like crossover attraction. And then right now, as a part of their main summer events, they have a bunch of water events. And the one that they added is, what's it called? The pirate one, One Piece. So they have a One Piece water show, and you can use like water guns and fight each other. And then they have like a water parade. So now it's all the summer like water experiences that you can do.
And you've been to the USJ event only once, or you've been there twice now?
Only once. I want to go for the water events because I actually cover theme parks for another podcast, and it looks really, really, really fun. So I would love to go, and I kind of want to see how they're doing comparing to my local theme park, which is Tokyo Disney Resort.
So, are you gonna take the night bus again?
So I kind of have to because I have yes. Okay, so look, here's the thing. I have the worst luck with trains, and there's only like so much time. I have really bad luck with trains. I either get on the wrong train or the train gets stopped every time. This is every single time I go. And so the night bus, I know for sure where it drops me off. I know it's going to drop me off before opening, like a good hour before opening. And that's kind of what I need for what I want to do. So I kind of prefer to get there early, even if it's uncomfortable, and then going home by either bullet train or by airplane.
Even me, I took the first train and it got me there only like 30 minutes before opening or something. So,
but I'm a maniac.
Yeah,
that's the problem. I have mental illness. You know, and the thing is, you know, I guess I could take a taxi. Would be the easiest way, but I know I'm going to mess up with the trains. Better sense of direction than I do, I think.
Yeah, how can you have such bad luck with trains in Japan? That's...
I know that...
How does that work?
I can't imagine. I mean, it is kind of complicated, so if you get on the wrong line or get on the wrong platform or something, but...
The first time we got on the wrong line. The second time, the trains were stopped. Something happened, and we're like, no! And we had to get on the taxi. So we have, like, the worst luck.
Sounds like an average day of taking the train here in the Netherlands, but okay.
You'd be surprised how how normal the trains are in Japan. Like everybody touts them as like amazing, but they're normal.
Normal. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Let's
this
Mom
person-
try to ask her question. I think we've gotten to that
In
later,
the
like,
chat,
time.
somebody, Kate Muse was asking specifically how long the USJ will keep the SnK attractions before they're taken down. We think it's the end of August. Is that correct?
Here, let me look it up now.
Okay. I agree with Kingsgrave. At least your country has trains.
Yeah.
So does yours.
I don't.
They're not very
Yeah,
good.
but they're very selective. Like if you live in the Northeast, then you have trains. If you live anywhere else in the U.S., you do not
True.
have trains.
Yeah.
It's only if you live in them. Okay,
I
August
looked it up.
25th.
Yeah.
According to Anna, yeah.
August 25th.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, late August.
Yeah. Only about a month and a half to go.
Mhm.
I gotta go again. I bought the
Very
annual
great.
pass.
So shall we talk about Tower Records now? I'm actually not sure what Tower Records is. That's just a cafe that's it looks like really a nice cafe, and the food looks fantastic. I think do we have a slideshow of those?
I'm not sure if I
Photos?
managed to finish those,
Okay.
but I can check.
Is the Towers Record event connected to the Final Manga Exhibit? Is it also in the Mori Art Center, or is it located somewhere else?
It's in Omotesando, which is near where Harajuku is. So it's in a different area, but they have like some promotional materials. Like I said, that Titan with the fish in its mouth, that's there. Like the actual statue is there right now. And then they have some like samples of like the merchandise from the exhibition. And what else do they have? Oh, they have
like Sorry.
Well, it's like they have the artifacts from the previous exhibition. Like they had like Levi's like little cleaning tool, and they had the spoon that Aaron tried to pick up, and Ilse's notebook. So those are at the previous exhibition from 5 years ago, and then those are on display at the cafe. So it's kind of different stuff, but also promoting the new exhibition.
It's like
So
a really cute idea because it's like a little research center. You have the comic books that you can read.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know, it's like I thought it was kind of fun.
They have playing on a loop all those little trailers that they made for all the manga volumes, so you can watch those.
And where was it that you got the drink that had the themed drink of Annie floating in the pudding or whatever? What was that?
It's it was a dessert. Mika, have you had it? Did you have it?
No, what's that?
You know what? Yeah, it was.
I think we have Lena. Can you find the picture of it, of the one of Annie?
I'm trying to
in
find
this-
it.
Okay.
It's
Was
like
that
a
from
jelly.
Telex, or is it?
It's from Tower Records, and it's like a jelly dessert. Which it sounded fine in the description. It's like, okay, jelly dessert. There's some fruit inside. It looked like, I guess, like maybe peaches or something, like said tropical fruit. And then I don't know if peaches count as tropical, but at the bottom, like chocolate sauce or syrup. So as you're eating it, it kind of starts out okay, except it was like a little bit more liquidy than you expect jelly to be. And then you get to the syrup, and you get like this weird mix of colors of the jelly and the chocolate, and it starts to look a little gross, and the flavor is not really going together well. And Annie's floating in it, and you just want to save her. And it's not.
I did not have that.
Yeah, you
But
were
that sounds
saying
interesting.
I'm sorry, I don't
maybe
think I
interesting,
have
but
it.
not.
I know we
Yeah,
have it,
I
but it's not uploaded yet.
The things I
sorry.
had at the Tower Cafe, I had a seafood pasta that was supposed to be in the image of like Nicolo's seafood dish. It was supposed to be like a Marleyan seafood pasta dish. And then I had a iced tea that was supposed to be Levi's serum. So it's like you're supposed to. It's just like a little like sugar syrup that you use to
Oh, I
sweeten
saw
iced
that one.
tea.
It actually comes with a
Yeah, it's inside a little syringe, and you gotta like
sweeten
use
your
the
tea with the syringe.
Yeah.
Nice.
But then the description is like super depressing. Like it's like you have to make a choice or something. And it's like, no.
Oh my god. Which, by the way, Momtaku, I went with your friends, and your friend ordered the drink, and you have to see her pictures. I didn't have them, so I couldn't send them to you. But she had Levi and Erwin, like these little plushes, and she had Levi holding the syringe. And I was like, oh no! And it was very cute. Oh.
Yeah.
I started stealing the syringes, and they had to put a note for people not to take them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mine like exploded everywhere. I think this happened to a lot of people. Like the pressure of like the sugar in there is like really high. So like when you so it's kind of traumatizing that the sugar like splashes everywhere, and then you're like, oh no, I'm wasting it.
Was it also at Tower Records, Emeka, where you ate that pasta dish and you had to eat it without making any like dropping on the table like the sauce?
Oh, that was the Animate Cafe.
Animate, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the Animate Cafe, they had a Levi soup pasta, like curry soup pasta. Yeah, and they gave you like a little bib, I guess, like, you know, those like lobster bibs they give you. So you're supposed to eat the whole thing. Like, it's spaghetti, so you have to try and eat the whole thing without splashing any soup on your bib. And then if you are able to not get your bib dirty, they give you a sticker that's like a cool sticker, like you did it.
So the rest of the table is fine, just don't get it on the bib.
Yeah, don't get it on the bib. And yeah, if you do it, they like salute you and they give you the sticker. But if you fail, it's like a different sticker. Like, you still get a sticker, but it's just like, you know, you're so dirty, like that. Because Levi's standards are high.
I just have Annie and the Crystal from the final exhibit. But the dessert kind of looked like that, right? It was this picture.
It did.
Yeah.
I'm looking through our photos, all the ones we've uploaded, to see if we have it, and we just didn't include it. So if I can find it. Oh, I'm adding the one of, what about that one of Aaron looking at the sea? That one's that should be in the main event gallery. What was that?
It's also Animate Cafe.
That was also Animate. That was,
the curry.
What was that
the
dish?
fish curry, I think, or seafood curry?
It was like coconut, I felt, like coconut curry, and with seafood. Yeah.
And it was bright blue.
It was really bright blue. It was like this crazy blue. And someone on Twitter had like the seafood, like eating Aaron, and he was like disappearing slowly into it, which is really cute.
Yeah.
Anime Cafe was really cute.
Yeah. They always have cute concepts. Well, it's like they have like the Meangeki, kind of the community forum for Japanese fandom, and they like solicit ideas for the Animate Cafe from users, so they always have like interesting concepts.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, Luna, I've updated the gallery. At the end of the giant event gallery, towards the end of it, there's some food shots. So maybe refresh the page and try again.
Yeah, there they are. Oh, this one is from the final event, right? Hold on.
The dessert was disgusting, Renan. Apparently, no one in Coffee's party could actually.
Oh, I see the Annie one now.
Oh,
it's at
I saw it in the gallery.
Yeah.
Where is it then?
We'll
it
just
was toward
start
the
here.
end. It was like one of the last ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this one as well, by the way. The one that's coming up now.
Yeah.
My
What was
husband,
this?
Oh, let me tell you about this abomination, okay? The top is pudding, okay? And then under that pudding, there is two different types of cake. There's like a chiffon cake. There's a
It's in the
chocolate
last
cake.
row there. Do you see it? Sorry, I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
Strawberry
The fourth
cheesecake.
to last.
Am I missing it?
No, it's back to the.
Oh, I'm so
Luna, go
blind.
back.
I'm very blind. I
Yeah,
found it.
it was there. It was the last row.
It's at the bottom.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
found it. Hold on, sorry.
Million things in this parfait. There was fruit, and then at the bottom there's caramel sauce. It was so much crap stuffed into a dessert.
Somebody next to me had it, and it looked huge. Like, I couldn't
It's
finish it.
giant. No, there's no way. Like, I couldn't even make it halfway through. So there's
Luna,
Annie.
go-
Can you see the bottom? That's the chocolate.
Oh my
It
God.
looks like a drink. It's not a drink.
It looks disgusting.
It is.
Yeah, the way you described
Yeah,
it, I did
It
not
was.
fancy eating that. No.
Imagine that chocolate going up to the top and kind of mixing with the jelly. It looks gross.
Stop. I still have to eat
Yeah,
dinner after
sometimes-
this. Stop.
Yeah, sometimes like the collab cafes, it's like the concept is interesting, but then the food
Huh?
itself is a little bit iffy.
The look of the dessert is good. Yeah, but no. Not the
This was not
implementation.
good. Yeah.
Unlike the little chocolate sticks holding Annie up.
Oh yeah.
Those.
Is
Still
the
weird.
what are the other food photos that I just uploaded? Can we flip between those?
Yeah, we can.
Thank you.
So this looks like some sort of green noodles, green tea noodles.
It
Maybe?
hasn't updated
Green
yet
tea soba.
for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, it takes a while because the stream has a couple of seconds delay. It's coming up.
There it goes.
My
And you were
husband ordered
excited.
this.
You were excited because there were no potatoes on the menu this time.
Yeah. How great is that? unless you order like the $100 course menu, and then they give you a full potato with salt on the side.
Yeah, USJ, they would just give you boiled potatoes, and that was
He did, yeah, USJ
Part of-
too.
Yeah, but that's like the worst way to eat a potato, like a dry boiled potato with just some salt.
Oh my god,
That's
Emika,
why it
did
was
you
kinda
order
fun. Sorry,
potato soup at Anime?
which one?
Potato soup?
From the one that was just happening?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It was apparently disgusting. My husband and son, both of them could not finish it. And I'm like, well, how bad was it? And they're like, no, don't drink it. And so that was more potatoes.
Yeah, I had the takoyaki, and I had the parfait, and the soup pasta. And I think that's all I had.
I think, what else did they have? They had like the curry. Yeah, it was, the rest was okay.
They had that like Ymir cake. It was like a roll cake that had like her quote in it or something. I didn't have that, but
Everything. I think that and the curry one was good. Both of them, the noodle and the bright blue one.
mhm.
And Yaki was good too.
Yeah, that was good. Can't mess up takoyaki.
Can't mess it up, no.
Although it is a little traumatizing that it's supposed to be these Titans rock, so it's like
It's like, no!
it's killing
Please
people.
Ik heb nummers offline opgeslagen.
Hoe dan? Toverkracht?
Nee joh.
I'm so sorry about the background music, by the way. It's like now Dutch commercials.
Overal naartoe nemen.
Luna, if you refresh, I just added the actually let me update one more time. The dish of Aaron staring at a sea, which refresh the page and
I will.
okay, should be ready to go.
Where? Yeah, I found him.
The last image.
Yeah, not. Come on, Aaron. Where are you? Yeah, there you are. Let's go back.
I don't think the YouTube channel has updated yet. There it goes. Third to last image.
Yeah, I've already.
Soul is asking, was the chef called Nicolo by any
Yes.
chance? They actually did do Nicolo inspired dishes, correct?
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
the
the
Tell
Tower
me-
Cafe.
Tell me what this is. What is the blue stuff? I see shrimp.
The blue stuff
It's,
is the curry.
It's curry. It's seafood curry with like coconut seafood curry.
With like food
Blue.
coloring, of course. Yeah.
Really blue. Like really,
This
really blue.
one, was it good? Did you guys eat this one?
It's actually good. Yeah. Yeah, this one was
Okay.
good.
I didn't eat it, but other people on my timeline did, and they seemed to enjoy it.
What's the globby, floaty thing at the far end of the plate?
Squid?
Squid, yeah. The tentacles
Okay.
were like dragging Aaron down in the one picture
Mm-hmm.
that Coffee was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Went into like a little hentai. So,
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good thing that we're not like monetized because we would just get demonetized very quickly.
That's why I didn't say anything, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna like.
No, it's fine. But yeah, the special menu at the final event, that was all Nicolo's menu, right? Like what he wanted to serve Sasha originally before
Course
she died?
menu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that $100
Yeah.
fancy.
You're gonna go with your husband, right, Coffee?
Tried to get the lunch appointment. We were too late. It was sold out.
Yeah.
Then we tried to make the dinner appointment, and we got the appointment for 6 o'clock, but we weren't going to make it home in time to pick up my son, so we had to cancel it. So we're going to have a revenge trip. But I bought him an annual pass, so now he can go upstairs anytime he wants
Nice. Okay.
within this month. Yeah.
The food, the special menu, the $100 one, that one looks really good though. Like that's proper fine dining food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than the
Surf and
potato,
turf.
it looks great, you know?
There's like a steak and a whole lobster or something like that.
Huh? Uh-huh.
There's
Here's,
one
um,
Irish person listening right now going like, oh, why do you not like potatoes?
If you eat that course menu, you can meet and greet with Levi's chair.
Oh yeah,
The
the red.
The
famous
fancy
chair.
red chair?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Coffee. I think you need to talk about your fan encounter at the Final Manga event.
Oh, the Kamiya, right?
Right.
So we were in line time, and I heard like squealing, like yeah, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And this guy, the guy Kamiya, was walking right up the stairs, like right next to us, to go upstairs. And we found out later what it was that it was he was taking a photo to promote the Reeves shop.
Wow.
But he walked right by everybody, which I think was really nice because I'm pretty sure that they have a back entrance. So I think that was really sweet of him.
So he deliberately came through the crowd just to sort of, just to make an appearance, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
Who was it?
That's really cool.
The Kamiya guy, the Levi.
Oh. That's cool.
I'm not jealous at all.
Just very like walking by, like very like quickly. Just like normal walking.
Grimheim
There's
is
one
commenting
picture
on your
coming up.
your plushies.
I know. It's very embarrassing.
I love that you take. Well, Emika takes her plushies too. So I was looking at Emika's photos, and she's got her Levi and Erwin, and you've got your Aaron and Levi. So they're everyone takes their plushies to these events. What is that?
That's part of the fun.
Yeah, there's this weird dish where something like it looks burned in the middle. Let me go back and it looks
Renan
really
wants
strange.
to know. Renan is asking, is the food actually good?
Sometimes, like besides the Annie dessert.
I usually think the animate food is pretty good. I mean, they do collab cafes all the time, so that's kind of exactly why they exist. So
So I went to animate. I went to animate with you, right? That was the cafe that I went to.
what did we do? No, we went to Sweets Paradise.
Oh, we went to Sweets Paradise.
Yeah, their
That
food
was-
is just okay, but
Yeah. I
Didn't
was
you
so
have,
sleep
like,
deprived at that point.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, we had the colossal ball of
Oh yeah, I
meat,
just wanted to.
which was
the $50 but it was that actually I was impressed how good that was. Like, because I don't know, Sweets Paradise is always hit or miss for me since it's like a buffet, so it's kind of cheap. But yeah, that time it was pretty good, I thought.
I thought it was good. Okay, so this is the picture we're looking at now is Levi's tea with the sweetener that you have to make the decision to squeeze the sweetener into the tea. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and so
And
what is
that's
that?
Nicolo's.
Yeah, what's that plate on the left? It looks like something is burned in the middle.
Isn't it like a
Okay.
meat pie or something?
It's a meat pie, and when you open it, it's really hard to see in this picture. I think I have one that's like more from above.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Titan is inside the meat pie. It's the meat pie is like the wall, and the Titan, you open the meat pie, and he's like peeking out at you.
Ah, okay. Well, that
They're
makes more
difficult to
sense.
cut open so that you can see him. You know, but yeah, he's in there.
Okay. Let's see. Shall I go back to the USJ photos for the clonoids?
Sure.
Oh,
Because
Yeah, never mind that.
is asking for them.
And we talk about all the things people have done with those clonoids because my
All the
absolute
props.
favorite, the props, but my absolute favorite are the people that brought the measuring tape and measured the
Oh my
feet
God.
and the legs, you know?
Because we are psycho.
But I love it. People have had so much fun with it. And you have like 1 minute. So they have used their 1 minute very well.
Wow. You only
Well,
have
it's like,
1 minute
I was
in
like-
there.
Before I went, like, I was looking at everybody else's pictures, and I was thinking, like, what can I do that hasn't been seen yet? So then, like, when I'm taking pictures, well, it's like, you almost, like, don't see the clonoids with your own eyes the entire time because you just have the camera in front of your face, so you're, like, looking at them through your camera lens. And, like, at one point I had to stop, and it's like, no, I have to look at them with my eyes, and so I just took a second and looked at them. Yeah, it goes so fast.
You actually get 1 minute. That's it.
1 minute, and it
It
flies.
Yeah. Well, it's like they let you. It's like, what is it? They take a picture with you and the clonoids, and then they give you free time to like take pictures of whatever you want. So a lot of people like will bring their dolls, or they'll bring some props. Like it was Tanabata over the weekend, so I saw like one person on my timeline who like brought like little bamboo sticks, like the
Aw.
little like with the wishes, and they put it like in the teacup and like took
Oh my God.
Tanabata pictures. Yeah, so like everybody does something cute, and
You
Like, I
have
saw
1
one
minute to live your
Yeah.
dreams. And that is it.
Okay, so Renan asks,
And you
A
have
little
to-
bit more time.
can I or shall you, Mom?
Pardon?
Can I talk or do you want to talk first?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Renan asked on a scale of 0 to 10, how creepy are the Irwin and Levi dolls? And then Mom asked the dolls or the clonoids. But honestly, is there a difference? Because they both look scary.
Oh, you stop. The dolls are, yeah. We
I
disagree on this.
Yeah, you said the clonoids look good too. I'm like, where are your glasses?
The clonoids, if you look at other clonoids, you judge clonoids on the scale of clonoids, not on actual anything else. On the scale
Yeah.
of clonoids.
I
from
agree.
Yeah, they're the best
amazing
looking
to
ones so
horrifying. They are the best clonoids I have ever seen.
I would give
Okay.
them a 4 on the creepy scale.
Especially when you see them in person, like they're not as bad as they seem to be in pictures. Like
Mhm.
at least that was my impression. Well, like I noticed Kajiyuki, Aaron's voice actor, he said that they were so realistic that he like bowed to them without thinking. Like so yeah, they're not too bad. And I guess if you like those characters, then you're like like meeting a celebrity or something.
Amika, did you see the first batch of clonoids? The Aaron, Armin, Mikasa clonoids from the
Yeah.
first two?
Yes.
And they were horrifying.
Yeah.
Or-
especially- well, if anybody's seen pictures of the Armin clonoid, then they probably know what we're talking about. But his eyes are so big, and he looks like he looks like those pictures that some artists have done, like to make realistic versions of like Simpsons characters or something. You know, like that's what he looks like. But yeah, and then there's 3 different Levi's. So it was like the first one was just Levi standing like with his cloak and everything, and he looked okay. And then the second one was in a similar pose to the current one, but he's like in his uniform and he's just like sitting on a bench or something. And then this new one, and I think they made new ones every time because, you know, the last 2 are in the same pose, but they still look different from each other because I compared the pictures and they're all slightly different. So, yeah, I think this Levi is the best looking. He's the prettiest looking one. The other ones are a little bit more, I don't know. But yeah, I think these ones look good, in my opinion.
I was so relieved when I saw them. I mean, I can't even tell you how.
Especially the Irwin one. I was like, oh.
Please don't screw this up. That's all my only thought was, please, let's not have another Armin on our hand. Like, so yeah, they're not, you know, they are clonoids, and that is all we need to say. But
Fine.
as far as
there are worse ones. I'll agree with that. That's all I'll say.
Well,
and I agree.
they're not bad. They're not bad.
Up close, they're super creepy. Like, you can see the pores. I don't think they put hair on them, but they really did the texture of the skin.
Well, I was going to say, there's also the clonoids at the first event. Like, those pictures haven't circulated as far as I don't think. But there was, like, this kind of, like, interactive hall that you could go through. And they had, like, a clonoid of dead Marco and a clonoid of, like,
oh my god,
dead
What?
Petra. And, yeah. It's like a haunted house. It's so creepy.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up on Google. But if you do like a Google search, like Marco Clonoid or like Levi Han Clonoid or something, you can find them. But they're terrifying because they're dead and they're bleeding and.
Jesus.
Wow.
Who came up with that?
The first USJ event. Yeah.
I don't think I'm the only person who's Googling that right now. Totally.
Yeah, Paris Hardy says in the chat, like, oh, I really want to see those now.
I know, me too.
I'm searching Attack on Titan Marco Clonoid, and I'm not seeing it.
Well, if you find it, let me know. I'll put it on the stream. Everyone can see the awfulness.
Well, and that's the other thing I was so relieved about, knowing what they passed with the clonoids. You know, I was expecting something horrible. Like, we didn't know what scene we were going to get. I mean, it ended up being so nice. I mean, we got domestic. We didn't get bodies, you know? So I was happy.
So, by the way, I just went into the Aaron server on Discord, and apparently we just showed something extra from the interview with Isayama. Like, there was one question missing in the transcript that they had seen thus far. So, Heidi, if you're still listening, can you tell me which question it was? Because I'm kind of interesting. So that was cool. So I guess we have a scoop, then, for the fandom.
Which question was missing?
I don't know. I'm asking right now.
Oh.
But
I took a video of the interview too, but I'd have to like go through the entire thing.
I just dropped a link to the Petra one. That's pretty disturbing.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I found the Marco one. I found the Marco one. I'm putting it in the stream.
Okay.
Let's see.
Fine. It's amazing. Love Petra.
Oh, it's super small. Damn. Can I find a better picture of it? No, I don't think I can. Let's see.
I was gonna say, if you type it in.
Okay, so Heidi is saying the one where Isayama says how originally it was Armin, but now he thinks he has more in common with Eren. And
right, that was in the video.
Yeah, the question about what was it, who he related to most, is missing from the transcription. So it's blended in with Isayama saying he wants to hurt the readers, and people are assuming the worst about where the series is headed.
Yeah, I think Coffee explained that.
Yeah.
The transcript was a little bit wonky.
So this is all I was able to find. If you have a better picture, let me know.
It hasn't updated
Yeah,
yet.
I'm waiting on the stream.
Oh wow! Should have kept this. I guess at that time it was more like horror, right?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
It was like 2015, so
Mm-hmm. Changed so much.
Have you guys watched Naruto in the past?
My son used to watch it. There was like at the end, someone with like a face in their stomach or something. Remember, but he would watch it every week, like at the end of it.
Yeah. No, so people are saying that because there's at the final exhibit also the play that we saw at the end of the Marley arc with Willy kind of...
yeah.
I think we have a
Retelling the
video of that
entire-
if you want to play it.
Yeah.
You have the video.
I can play it, but people were saying like it was it sounded like Jiraya's voice actor. So
I don't know.
I thought it sounded like him too.
I wonder who it was. Somebody was asking me like if they had like credits. Oh, I think it was Fukushu was asking me like if they had credits somewhere of who the voice actor is, and I was like, I don't remember that, but I wonder if you ask them if they'll tell
I think
you.
is it the top one? Yeah, it's 4 minutes.
Mom Taku, I don't know if you'll see it, but I sent you a screen cap of my Google image results of the Marco Clonoid and like all the dead
Oh.
Levi Han.
Why, thank you. Thank you so much. I
It's a
see
little
it, yeah.
present for you.
Why, thank you. Wow, that is disturbing. Let me send this to Luna. Oh, jeez. What's wrong with these people?
Sorry.
It's me too.
I dropped it in the Discord chat so you all can see it. Luna, maybe you could open it in a browser, it's a JPEG image, and share it if we want to get demonetized, not like we are monetized, but ensure it. Okay, so what was this?
This is the room with all the different
The artifact
soldiers.
room. This is so cool. They do the puppet show, like the shadow puppet show.
I love that.
I think this is one of my favorite parts.
Kingsville also thinks it's similar to Jiraiya. However, that's pronounced.
Yeah, that was one of the things I was most pleasantly surprised about the exhibition is because usually at these events they're mindful of everybody, you know, like anime only people or like people who haven't read all the way into the most current chapter, and this event was definitely geared towards people who have been reading the whole thing, so everything is up to the, you know, maybe volume 28 is spoiled. So it's like if you haven't read that far, you're going to get spoiled. So, but I mean, usually, you know, when they explain things, they have to be vague or they can't reveal everything. But, you know, like for example, you know, about the 9 Titans or Zeke's character description. It's like even those are spoiled up to the most current information that we have. So it was kind of surprising, and you know, it was nice to see something where they didn't have to censor themselves, and so that was kind of cool for this event. Like it's rare that they are matter of fact and not vague about everything.
This video is so well done. I mean, it's really fantastic. I heard we got some new information. We didn't get Miss Tybur's name, but is it true that we've got Peek's full name?
Oh yeah, well, I mean maybe. It was like the picture of the original, because when Peek was originally conceived, Peek was a man, and the name under the picture of the original design was Oliver Peek. So You know, it's not confirmed or anything, but it might be safe to assume that Luke's first name is Olivia.
Okay. I'd heard Octavia. I guess there's a few different
Yeah.
theories going around.
Well, that was one picture someone took, and then somebody took a clearer picture, and it's very clearly Oliver. So I think somebody misread one of the characters. Yeah, it's Oliver.
So it may be Olivia Peak or Peak Olivia. That's cool. Were there any other spoilers like that? Things that I guess the panel of Levi childhood classroom. That one was kind of insane.
Everybody coming up with Jin hat theories about that. Yeah, that's been fun. Or like time loop theories.
Right. So the only two I've seen was Octavia. Yes. Then Renan's asking if Lady Tybur got a name, but I don't think so.
Not from what
Not that I remember.
Okay, so the two big surprises for me have been that Peak's name is possibly Olivia, that Levi was originally in the storyboard of Erwin's classroom flashback. Were there any others that I missed?
I mean, some people had different names originally.
Yeah, like Porco's name was different. What was his original name?
Horst.
And then yeah, that's right. And then wasn't it like Falco's family name was originally Bach or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gabby had a different last name as well, but I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I can't remember what her name was either.
So yeah, I don't think like Falco and Gabby were originally related to the Restorationists or to Reiner. So.
Coffee, what is this other video that you sent us, the 24-second one, or the 2-minute 24-second? Where's that from?
That's from the same room. It's like the Eren Titan versus the Reiner Titan.
Yeah, they just play those on a loop, like one after the other for forever.
Just as Isayama intended.
Although, speaking of Reiner, there was one storyboard, like I think he's talked about this in the past before, but it's the panel where Thomas gets eaten, like way back at the beginning of the story. Originally, it was Reiner who got eaten.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So they have the storyboard there of like, they're like, Reiner got eaten. So.
Let's see. Oh, Lupke. It was Gabby's original last name.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they just made them simpler for the... I don't think they care about the English audience necessarily, but I'm grateful that they made them a little simple for us.
So, yeah. What kind
I
of
agree
name
with
is
King's
Lupke?
Grave. Lupka versus Braun. I mean, Braun I can do.
Well, so if her name was originally Lupka, like, was she still Reiner's cousin, or was she a cousin on a different side of the family, or
who knows?
Alina just made the comment that cousins can have different surnames, so possibly. Yeah. And then Renan is kind of making fun how everyone thinks that Isayama has had everything planned, and it's very obvious that plans change.
Well, because the Jaw Titan was originally called a Dancing Titan, so if, you know...
Was that an English fandom thing, though?
I thought that was English fandom.
I don't know.
But I think what's interesting is that Galliard is a dance. So the fandom had nicknamed Ymir a Dancing Titan, and then later Galliard is revealed, which is a type of dance. So we wondered if at the time maybe Isayama was making a nod to the fandom, like kind of, because we know I would assume he pays attention to like the most common theories, and Dancing Titan was pretty established.
Okay, Alina says it was used in chapter 42, and I'm guessing that Historia called Ymir the Dancing Titan. I don't know, but either way, so if you would say like, his last, or Falco's last name was originally Bach, maybe it would have been easy to kind of say, okay, there's some sort of connection with music.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, apparently it is official. So
Yeah. So yeah,
should go back and
considering
look
the
it up.
events of 119, maybe they're not as out of the blue as people are thinking. Let's see. Well, everyone is now arguing whether Dancing Titan is like...
Sorry.
Is it canon? Was it written by an editor? Okay, well, Alina
do
says
think
she
a
has
lot of-
received, but we'll see.
I trust Alina. Alina, yeah. We'll
plus,
let
like,
Alina and Rena duke this one out.
And plus, like, English fandom names for things are different than Japanese fandom names for things, and yeah, and then it gets blurred with the canon facts and.
Chat's interesting. Okay, well, was there anything else that we wanted to discuss, or any questions from anybody?
Yeah, let's see if anyone in the chat has any questions for us.
I also wonder why Porco got the name Porco. I mean, maybe a reference to Porco Rossi, or but that was, I remember the shock we all had. We thought his first name was Galliard, and just that when we found out it was Porco, like...
Well, actually, I watched a German YouTuber talk about the final event and finding out Porco's original name, and they were like, oh my god, I'm so happy it's Porco, because Horst is even worse. So, even though it's quite a common, well, used to be quite a common German name, but yeah, he was like, Horst, I don't like Horst.
Is Porco a common German name, or no?
No, of course not. You're not going to kill your son pig. What? What kind of mother are you?
I'm just asking. I'm showing my American ignorance. I assume it was popular at one time, or
okay.
It's not unknown.
It's also not a common name in Italy, just so you know.
Okay. Well, like, doesn't Peak also call him Pock, and he hates that too?
Yeah. So,
Winged Wolf Heart said that Horst is the German synonym for an idiot acting person. Wasn't that also Reeves' son?
His
name also meant rat.
Flegel is a horrible name. Yeah.
He's cute. I like him.
I like Flegel too. I do feel bad for his name, but that's a German word that means brat.
There's something funny. So for the exhibition, they have like the Reeves shop website, and the entire concept of the web shop, like, it just has all of the stuff you can buy, all of the merchandise you can buy at the event. And it's all like from Reeves' point of view, all the item descriptions. And one of the merch items are these like little charms that have pictures of Aaron, Armin, Mikasa, Levi, Erwin, and Storia as children. So there's like 6 different little charms you can get. And in the description, like, Reeves says something like, oh, and like, my son Flegel isn't included, but whatever, you know, like, I was thinking, oh, he's such an oyabaka. So cute. Like, I would get a Flegel charm.
Didn't they do other things in the online store, like hidden items, and you can actually chat with Reeves? I mean, that was also well done.
It's like you can friend him online, which is like a texting service in Japan. So it's like you can like ask him for like recommended items, and he'll like talk to you, and then you like ask him questions, and then he'll be like, huh, what? Like a little, like, he's just like a bot character, and you can, I don't know. And yeah, and then like at the event, I don't know, Coffee, did you do this? Like, there's some like QR code that you can do, and like you'll get some like message from him or something.
The voice message. Yeah, you know, I haven't listened to it yet. Did you listen to it?
No, I didn't, but like,
I scanned it and then I forgot to listen.
Yeah.
What's the most bizarre? The most bizarre merchandise that is available, in your opinion? I mean, I understand there's shampoo and conditioner, like Irwin shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
The
Oh, they
most
have
bizarre-
the thing that I thought was interesting was they have like some like incense burner set, and it's
Yes.
it's shaped like the smoke guns.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you burn the incense and it releases smoke, and it looks like it's like the smoke signal gun. And it's not really bizarre, but it's just a cool idea.
I don't know about like bizarre, like if there's anything like super bizarre this time, because there's been bizarre things in the past, like at Skytree, like the meat pack that was like the Colossal Titan space, like the beef jerky, that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Things like Emika was saying are Reeves' descriptions. Like for one of the shampoos for like Mikasa, he's like, "This is kind of weird to say, but that time that Mikasa kind of like attacked me, her hair smelled really good."
You're kidding. That's
like
incredible.
Yeah, all the descriptions
His
are
comments.
so funny. Yeah.
So even the merchandising team must know the series pretty well, or else they've consulted with people. It's like with Junior High. The people that did the Junior High series really knew the manga well, in and out.
Yeah.
It sounds like the merchandising team is kind of up on all the action as well.
Yeah, I think so. It's fun for the fans.
It's not fun for the fans in America who can't get there and see all that stuff.
And everything's in Japanese, so you got to rely on us to translate.
Well, that's why we are
Did
friends
you do
with you.
Mika, did you do the audio guide?
Yeah, I did.
It's cute.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know, since it was so busy and I was like, like trying to get through everything, like I couldn't like, I was like, I don't understand what's going on, but
it's like you couldn't listen properly,
Right.
so you're like, okay, I'm gonna come back and do this again.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go again next week. So, and I'm taking like my Japanese friend with me. So I'm like, I even asked her, it's like, will you listen to this and like tell me exactly what it says? So, listening's not my strong point, but
Okay, I think we had a question in the chat from Humble.
Yeah, he wanted to know everyone's chapter 119 thoughts, even though this is not the main topic. And were there any revelations or epiphanies at the USJ event or at the final event, I assume, before chapter 119? Like spoilers or anything that maybe influences how you feel about those? I'm looking at the photos in the stream again. This marketing was so amazing. So 119 thoughts. I know there's been a lot of theories going around. I know we all read the chapter. One question I've had for you guys in Japan, since you're now that the chapter's been officially released there, are they at all concerned at all the inconsistencies and apparent mistakes that are in the chapter? Are they? I know on the in the U.S. In the Western-speaking audience. People immediately saw some inconsistencies and assumed that some kind of wild theories about them, that there's a time loop happening, that Aaron's already manipulated memories. There were just all sorts of things going around. Was any of that happening in the J fandom?
I don't remember seeing anything like that, but I haven't been reading everybody's theories that much so far since I've been kind of busy the last couple of days, but I know that Isayama's...
It was little things like Aaron's pants had been torn off by the back, and then Orko was wearing a garrison jacket, and now he's wearing a Survey Corps one, and Peak says she can't regenerate it again, and then she's regenerated, and then Gabby says she can't ride a horse, and then she's on a horse. Like, there's just lots of them.
Yeah, like more than usual.
Yeah.
Yes, more mistakes. More mistakes that are going to be fixed in the Tankuban. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, I guess we'll know for sure once they release the Tankuban, but...
Yeah, if it's still not fixed in that one, then maybe it's Pat's or something, but...
But I do know that, like, Isayama's comment in this month's magazine was that they, like, had to finish 21 pages in 2 days because they were so behind schedule, so that could be an explanation, but... Yeah, I mean, could be.
I'm sure he was stressed for time.
Renan is screaming in the chat about it. The other inconsistency is that the Turtle Lake because we've seen that in other chapters, and suddenly it was gone in the shot of Shiganshina. So lots and lots of mistakes in this chapter, and it did spawn theories that Aaron's created an alternate reality, or that there's been memory manipulation. I mean, it's just how the fandom is.
Yeah.
We just exploded. Oh, the photo that's up right now, that poster with the SnK Final with Mikasa, I want that. If we can figure out.
Cool. I got some extra flyers. I can send you something.
I will pay for shipping. I would absolutely.
Yeah.
Or when you open up your shop, I guess we can mention that you have a shop where you sell merchandise.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I have to. I got a bunch of stuff in USJ and everything.
Go ahead and pencil my name when you put those in the shop.
Oh,
because,
sure.
I have to have that.
Did you mean this one, Mom, or?
No. The one that Coffee took at this, I think it's at the 11 mini magazine. Is that what that photo was?
Mm-hmm.
You mean this
Which one?
No, keep going. Well, hang on, the
Next one.
YouTube stream.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Mikasa with the Thunder Spears. Okay, now it's loading. Yeah, right there. So what was this? Coffee, was this the 7-Eleven? No.
Oh, this is just the flyer.
Okay, and so
Roppongi Hills, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah,
all of the different
exhibits.
Museum. Yeah.
All right, that's the flyer that I like the best, and I love that they did the visual trick where you see the Titan form, depending look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
these you can pick up easily.
Yeah, they're just like little flyers that you can get.
I wonder if they'll do poster versions of that art. It's just too pretty not to share it or to make it something they can market.
I got like the little tote bag with the first one, with the one with Aaron on it. I got like a little tote bag for that.
I wonder if for the second half they'll release the Mikasa design.
Oh,
the
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Yeah, because we are going to get more merchandise with the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they will offer for the second half. Will they also change up the cafe items, or?
There's some stuff on the menu that's already marked for the second half. So some stuff will stay, and some stuff will go away, and then some stuff will be added.
Okay.
So, like the Zeke shaved ice is for the second half of the event, for example.
Ah, okay.
And isn't
How
there
are
like
we gonna? Go ahead, Emika.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say there's also like some kind of meat dish for the second half, and like an ocean drink.
Yeah. There's a meat and potato dish.
Oh,
Oh, joy.
And the ocean drink is really cute. I think if we drink all of this, will we be free?
yeah, I liked all of the names for the drinks and the dishes. I think my favorite is still the burger that ate Carla.
Oh my god.
Zeke? How are they going to make shaved ice into a Zeke themed item? Like what aspect? I mean, he's ice cold, or
isn't it like the Beast Titan's body or something?
Yeah, it's a Beast Titan.
so it's going to be shaped like the Beast Titan?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a picture in here, but yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
The desserts were massive this time around.
They were so big. It's ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, who could finish this? It's so wasteful if you think about it, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
We
if
don't
I
have doggy
the
bags
picture.
in Japan either.
Yeah, but I saw you ordered like let me see if I can upload it. But like 2 of the Titan eating Aaron, and then like 4 of the tiramisu like dishes.
Tiramisu.
I don't know. They look like tiramisu. I don't know what they are.
Oh, like the Levi one, the cake?
It was also in the
Chiffon
glass.
Oh, that was, what was it? It was like some berry sauce and like chocolate cake, or it's like a parfait. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
like a mousse and like
Why
berry
did you
sauce at
order
the bottom.
4 and then 2 of the other
Hey.
one?
So this is different days.
No.
This is
It
different
wasn't.
days
They were
and-
all in one picture together.
Okay, I was with someone. Oh, you know what? I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the cocoa. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was with someone else. I ordered 1 cocoa, and the person with me ordered 3 cocos. Why there's 4 of them?
Why?
Because
I'm curious.
Because you get the
Because
coasters with them.
you get the coasters.
Oh,
That's why.
the
Yeah.
coasters.
It's always about the coasters.
Of course, the coasters. What do we? I have coasters. What do we do? What do you guys do? My coasters are all in a bag. Like, what do we do with coasters?
They have like little, like if you, at Animate or whatever, they have like little sleeve books. You know, like when you collect like collector cards and stuff, they have the little like clear file things, so you can slip them into the little. So they have like coaster size ones. That
You've
you can
seen
use.
like some people will frame it.
Yeah.
Luna, refresh the page. I've added a few more images.
Okay.
Oh, there's a coaster up at the top. And I bought a spinning cube, Emika, 3 coins. And it
Oh, yeah?
spins around,
Oh, I've
and
seen
I put
that.
coasters in it.
Yeah, like merch people, like they always have like come up with ideas and then like post them on Twitter, and then everybody's like, "Oh, that's an amazing idea."
Oh, okay, look. At the bottom, you see the spoon with Annie? That's what it looks like
Yeah, I just uploaded
when it
those.
mixes.
Do you see it, Luna?
I am just going.
The fourth to last photo. I just uploaded some photos at the
Oh
very end. Okay.
yeah. But we'll get there, I guess.
All right. What is the blue stuff on top of Erwin's coffee drink?
It's jelly, like a
Ugh.
little Jello thing.
I think my. Hold on. Let me restart. That page.
I don't know how.
crashed.
I don't know how the Jello tastes because my daughter ate them both times when I ordered them.
Oh.
She wanted the jelly.
Click the escape button. That sometimes will Okay.
I have another one open in another window.
All right.
Ah, there it goes.
She is. Look at how gross it looks.
It looks
That is disgusting.
like you already ate it once. Yeah. It's not very pleasant.
Oh, not at all.
Poor Annie. She deserves better, even from the event. Her dish deserves better. So it's chocolate and pear and plum, or what
Like
was it?
They called it
Caramel?
a tropical fruit jelly. No caramel in this one. They called it a tropical fruit jelly, but I think it was just peaches and chocolate sauce at the bottom.
And no one in your party could eat it because of the consistency and also the taste?
It was just Kaya and I that day, and we gave up. We're like, no way. We're not doing it.
So this is the type.
There is nothing tropical about that.
This looks good. I want to eat this.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, that's the takoyaki. Yeah, those
Yeah,
are
from
good.
Animate. Yeah.
Look at my poor husband in the background holding up Aiden.
They
He's
have
such
to
a good
sacrifice
man.
a lot for us.
It really is.
I was like, maybe it's her son. No, husband.
No, and he actually met up with us because he had like a convention to go to, so he was gonna like stay overnight, and he came to meet us for dinner, and this is what we make him do.
Let's see. Do we have more?
Is Emika, is your husband into the series, or is he just humoring you as well?
I mean, like we kind of got into it together. I mean, especially now, like he's not as into it as I am, but like he pretty caught up. He hasn't read the last couple of chapters, but yeah, he's into it.
Okay, what was this one with the syringe and the meat?
With some kind of sauce.
What was it? What
It looked
was
like
this Levi's dish, or whose dish was this one supposed to be?
I don't know if it was supposed to be anybody's dish. I think this is one of the
Okay.
Mingeki ideas. You
Yeah,
can
wasn't
inject-
it just like some gravy or something that you put on
Yeah.
the hamburger?
It looks like some sort of mayonnaise or something.
I wish some kind of sauce. I don't remember what the flavor was.
And potatoes!
Yay.
Of course. I guess you could have put it on the fries. That's right. We didn't think of that.
What's the next
look.
photo?
Look at all the errands.
Oh.
It was like just like a cafe latte with like messages,
very
and you could
cute.
actually choose the messages. It wasn't random this time, which was nice.
Yeah, I remember I picked the Mikasa one. But like,
Yeah, I got that today.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just like a regular cafe latte, but that was pretty good, I thought.
And these are the same. It's the same flavor. Okay, so Emika, this book that came with the box, how come there's only 3 stamps?
I didn't get the book.
There's like these little blank like bubbles for the characters'
Oh,
messages.
yeah,
And
I saw the stamps at the thing.
Yeah,
they
and
were
there- there's only 3.
Yeah, and they were like, use your notebook, and I'm like, I didn't get the notebook, but like I just put them on a random piece of paper, and it was like, there we go.
Okay. So, is this meat with potato soup?
This was, I guess, ham or like bacon or something like that.
I think it was probably the ham that Sasha stole or something, or like the meat from the...
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah, something like that.
Different soup though, because the potato soup, I think this might have been corn soup or something, because the boys refused to eat the potato soup.
Hey, Coffee. Renan is asking about the demographic, and I know I've asked you that before, and maybe Emika, you can come in as the demographic for Attack on Titan, especially at these events, is not teenagers, is it? It's not, it's, my understanding is it's mostly adult women.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Like women with their children, right? I mean, I know when I went to the events
Yeah,
with
they're
Coffee, that's what I saw was
Yeah,
was
little
it wasn't
babies.
like, yeah, it wasn't like,
babies in their carriers.
I mean, I know I'm an older fan, but I didn't feel totally out of place. So
I wonder what it is about this story that appeals. It's such a big part of their audience, I feel.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
I know
every
in our
event I go
podcast
to,
server-
it's like it's always like 90% women at least,
Mhm.
and then like most of the men there are like boyfriends and husbands.
Yes.
Yeah.
well, even on, I've noticed our podcast guests, whenever we have women as guests, like the average age on our podcast server, all the women are 30 or close to or slightly over. The men that we've had on the podcast are 19, 20, 21. You know, it's a much, it's crazy to me. Every female guest that we've had is in the 30-year age range. And the guys have been a decade younger. So I can't explain it. I mean, I agree with Spiffy, Alien. The female readers, watchers, it's the characterization and the writing. I'm not in it for the battles. When it's chapters with Titan battles, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's happening. Flip, flip, flip.
I'm
Let me
guessing
get to the
it's
dialogue.
it's what Renan said for you guys.
I don't think it's what Renan said. I didn't, when I joined into this, when I got into this series, I didn't even know what yaoi was. Like, I had no idea why people were shipping characters. None.
But Isayama said he has inside of him. He knows what,
Yeah.
he knows what the ladies want.
I can't even, I didn't ship anything. I mean, I just really, when I saw Carla get eaten, I just thought, oh my God, this is like nothing I've ever seen. And
That is
I was
true
just
though, like
invested.
Yeah.
yeah, that was what got me into it too. It's just like the visceral feeling of like
Yeah. That
seeing
absolute
Titan eat people.
helplessness.
Yeah.
And I think I watched the entire first season of the anime just hoping that it was a mistake, that Carla was okay, that this what's happening in this world, waiting for something good to happen.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
I know. And yeah, that was like, I guess I watched it right when it came out on Funimation, and I just, in 2014, 2013, and I just was like, this can't be happening. And I stuck with it thinking this can't be happening. And now it's just like, okay, this is happening. Everybody's dying. But it's too late. I'm invested. What is that one?
The broccoli?
Oh, I had that one. That one was good.
Yeah, this one
It
was
was like
actually.
It looks
It's like
good.
a mousse parfait or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like, it's like a Subjects of Ymir like dessert plate. So it was like that little parfait, and then they had like a little nut brownie, and then they had like a cocoa, like a, what do you call it, stencil thing, where it was like the picture of like the devil and Ymir and like the apple, like that image from the manga.
Mhm.
So it was like
You had
they just sprinkled it on the plate and it looked pretty.
yeah, this one was really good. This is like the opposite of like the Annie dessert. They had like the sauce crossing, and it's like where the coordinate meets.
Yeah. Yeah, on the brownie they had that cross.
Mhm.
Okay. So there's another
And then-
dessert coming up.
Yeah, I had that dessert.
Oh, look at the cleaning. That is so adorable.
That one's cute.
Yeah.
And it came with
And-
tea too. It was like a
yeah,
double.
it did. Yeah.
It looks humongous.
Is. I ordered it tonight and I could not finish it. I was like, it's fine, good enough.
I guess all that walking, like you must walk thousands and thousands of steps a day that allows you to eat all of these desserts.
These cafe events, I love it, but I'm so over it because I am so done with eating all of this. I just want it to end right now.
This is embarrassing, but I've been like so depressed over like the most current anime season that like I've like totally lost my appetite. So like USJ, you know, we like had the big like meat entree plate, and then yeah, like all these huge like dishes for like the collab cafes, and I've never been able to finish them just because like my body is totally like messed up right now because of the anime. So
And the anime was well received in Japan as well. I know I've heard nothing but praise on this side of the ocean.
Yeah.
Nothing but praise.
it was so good.
Yeah.
I sobbed for days, but it was so good.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the chat who has a question? Because it's like 2 a.m. for our guests, or well past 2 a.m.
Is it? This is exactly what I'm talking about. My body's all messed up because it's like you stay up late to watch the anime and then you like discuss it for like 5 hours on Twitter, and then it's
This is the potato soup, by the
Oh,
way.
this
That's
is it.
soup?
Oh.
That's soup?
It looks like
My
cream.
daughter ate that. I didn't. eat
Amika,
it,
this
so
is
Did she
why,
like it?
This is why I wasn't concerned about asking you to join, because I see you on Twitter when you should be asleep, and you are like, I look at your tweets and it's like, it'll be, 2:00 in the afternoon in America, and it'll be like, Emeka tweeted 10 minutes ago. Just like, what?
I know. I need to get back on like a regular schedule. But yeah, I don't know if I don't know because she's a baby, so she eats anything right now. So
So
Bread was like the
Kingsgrave,
pretzel bread. Uh-huh.
Kingsgrave has asked if Magath was in the exhibition. Did either of you see Magath there?
I think he might have been like in the Warriors section. No,
Like a tiny, maybe like in one panel or something.
yeah. I mean, he didn't like have an individual like character by anything. I don't think. I'm gonna look through my pictures.
No, I don't
now.
think so.
I took pictures of all the character bios, so
And I guess we can link to, well, you're Emika50, EMICA50 on Twitter. You've got photos there. And then our website has photos as well. So if people want to go back and look at them, those will be available. What about Flock? Did he have a character bio?
I don't think so.
Oh, he didn't.
Yes.
Wow. Alina's asking if you took pictures of the character bios for Peek and Porco. I'm pretty sure I saw those.
Yeah, those are. I don't know if I gave them to you, but I took pictures, but I don't think I gave them to you for this.
I posted on Twitter like the debut page of Peek and Porco because I love that page so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't get individual bios, but they're like in the Warriors of Marley and Candidates section. Yeah, I should probably pin my tweet of like the exhibition photos so you can find
Yeah,
these.
Alina would like to see those. Renan wanted to know, how do people feel about Flock in the Japanese fandom? Do they glorify him as the Giga Chad that he is?
I mean, like, since I'm an Irwin fan, and like all my friends in Japanese fandom are Irwin fans, like I just remember from back like in 2016 when he like brought him all the way back from the battlefield. We were all like, let's get him a beer. We love him. But probably now probably not so much.
I remember we thought he looked like Nanaba back in those days. The fandom name for him before we learned it was Iba because he favored Nanaba, like the hair originally.
Oh, I don't
How
remember
far?
that.
How far he has come. Humble's asking if Kenny or any of the Ackerman family were highlighted in the exhibition.
I mean, besides Mikasa.
Okay,
Right.
so there really was.
I almost deleted my tweet instead of pinning it.
Oh no!
It's okay. I canceled, but like I said before we started, I have like one all right now.
Okay. I think those were all the questions from the people in the chat for now. But
Did anyone want to give their opinions on 119? I don't think we ever gave our thoughts about 119. I know we'll be discussing that in the podcast this
I
weekend.
just wanted to say, yeah, for us to, let's save it to the podcast. But if Emeka or
Yeah,
Coffee
we'll save
wants
it
to
for
say
the
anything,
podcast.
I can't talk about it right now.
okay.
Coffee, you're a huge Aaron fan, so this had to have been mind-blowing.
Oh,
It was a shock. I sent the photo to my son, and he dropped his phone, which was then the second shock, and he broke his phone screen. I'm like, damn it! It was a trauma. But you know what? I think he's fine. My husband's like, he's dead. No, he's gonna be okay. But you know, it's interesting to see what's going to happen either way. So
yeah.
I have a hard time being upset by it, except for Porco's. I mean, Porco and Colt's death, you know,
That was sad.
I love those boys. But I have a hard time worrying about Aaron because he's going to be okay. I'm more curious how he's going to be okay.
yeah,
That's true.
man, Falco's brother. That was very harsh.
The thing that I was upset about was Niall. Like, he's definitely a Titan now.
And Niall, yeah.
Well, like,
But here's the thing. Okay, with Niall, okay, right? There's a chance that they can reverse.
I mean, yeah.
Unless they kill them, you know, which they might kill them, you know. But I don't know. He still has maybe some.
There's still a
hope.
chance. Right, Niall or Pixis could eat Zeke, which would be great.
Yeah,
But does
Yeah.
I'm
nice
holding on to
ever
hope that
happen?
Niall
it
eats
could happen.
Zeke.
That could happen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you know, he's not like super important in the grand scheme of things, so you know, why would anything happen to him?
Oh,
But yeah,
Pixis.
I was so traumatized, especially last month. He like
And
revealed that he has 3
Pixis.
daughters, and I was like, no, he
oh,
can't.
the baby.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Niall was good, like in the season of the anime too. I don't know. I've just always had a soft spot
Yeah.
for him, so I was upset. Yeah, there isn't anything really insightful about 119. Just yelling about character deaths.
Kingsgrave thinks that my hatred of Zeke and Flock will power their survival through the end of the series.
Oh.
Yeah, Floch keeps on being like the sole survivor of everything.
Yeah, that's interesting. He survived
Yeah.
another attack. Does he hide? He must hide.
Yeah, he's a coward.
He's a self-admitted coward.
He and Reiner can't die.
No.
And Aaron.
I thought he was going to die this chapter. I was like certain that he was going to die because I have like this really like morbid theory that Zeke was going to die and then the baby was going to inherit the Titan power and then people were going to fight over eating the baby, you know?
Oh.
But no, he lived, so.
I mean, it sounds upsetting enough for it to be possible.
Right?
I mean, that's how it goes, right? You imagine the worst case scenario, and then you make it a little bit worse, and then that's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, in the 1-8 team poll, we asked death predictions, and Flock was way up there. So his survival, yeah, maybe it'll be this chapter.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We will see. Or maybe not. I think Isayama likes him.
Probably. If he brings us pain, Isayama likes him for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, last chapter, the top 3 votes for who would die next were Flock, Reiner, and Connie. So, surprise, surprise, we got it wrong.
Well, this chapter I'm kind of worried about Peak because it's like right at the end you see Mikasa about to slash her. So it's like either she's going to get killed or Mikasa's going to realize what happened to Eren and like abort her attack or... So, see...
Yeah, I don't see any new questions coming in. Shall we wrap things up then? I'm sure you guys want to go to bed.
Yeah, my husband was peeking in the room. He's like, is this still going?
We're having fun.
Well, we appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
It was so fun.
It was.
Thank you.
It really was. Thanks. And thanks for providing all the pictures. It really helped give some more atmosphere to the live stream. And thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us today. Really appreciated it. Especially all of your questions. We hope to do something like this again in the future. So hope to see you then.
And this will be available on YouTube at some point. And also, I will try to formulate it into a podcast of some sort as well. So,
yeah. And of course, the normal
Thank you all.
podcast will be up later this month.
Yeah, we need to focus on that now. We're recording on Saturday. Or Sunday. Someday. This weekend.
We are probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. And yeah, have a good evening or afternoon or night, depending on where you are. Okay.
Thanks, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.